singer for
No.
Crazy Town.
No, he didn't.
He just died last year.
No, he didn't. He just did a collaboration with fucking Papa Roach.
I know, and he just died.
What did he die of?
I don't know, overdose or something?
Really? Fame. He died of fame.
No, his fame is long past.
Do you need to put your live stream into Instagram?
It's already there. I just need to populate it and have it go live. There's such a delay. See, I'm still looking the other direction. Even though it's not live, there's a delay on it. All right, guys. Hey, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. We are going to, at some point at the end of the video, we're going to pick a winner or two. I have a vehicle med bag that I built on the build video last week that we're going to give away. And I have a OD tool bag we're going to give away. It's a second. It's got little slice right here, not all the way through both layers, but
a wee little slice.
That's what we're going to give away today. You have to be, I don't know why people have such a hard time with this. You have to be a Patreon member because that's where we're going to communicate with you. And you have to have an order number. So pull up your last order number right now before you end up being the winner, and make sure, because that's where we're going to talk to you at. You're going to go over on there is a live chat under community or something on Patreon, and that's where you're going to post your order number. So when I tell you, hey, so-and-so, you won,
dun, 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 dun.
Help us, man. Don't waste our time. Tell us, hey, I don't have a Patreon. I'm not your guy. I don't have an order number. And yes, you have to have both of those. It just makes it, before I even get in the building, when I walk out of here, I'm going to get swamped by 3 people with 3 separate different fucking things. This just makes it so we can print a label. I can put one of these things in a box for you and we can ship it to you based off your address that's already in the system. So what's going on, guys? How is everybody? Anybody have good plans for the weekend? Anybody not at work right now? AJ Harrison, what's up? Brawl Dog, how are you? Been there. Jared Bates, Mr. Landfill, Clever, how are you? Travis, John Doe, Dad 2006 GT, Jim Richards, what's up? Love the vehicle med bags. Probably would have bought one if I didn't already have a sizable fishing box set up as a medical backpack. Right on. I think a med bag is the next thing I'm going to sew. Right on. Yeah. So how are you going to do the med bag, right? I always fight. I've got the elastic loops in there. You've got so many people doing shock cord and all kinds of shit, man. And you make all these intricate little things to hold vials. And the truth is they're not using that shit. Like, really, this vehicle med bag should be Velcro lined, and you can put because nobody wants to do it. They want to make all the intricate shit because it looks cool in the videos and stuff. And yeah, you've got it. But the mesh pockets, dude, if we just fucking put 4 mesh pockets in this thing, that's the deal. NSDQ. What's that, John? What's NSDQ?
It's the NASDAQ.
NASDAQ. I don't think that's what he means. Callie Bear, what's up? Gregory Christensen, what's up? On my way back from Louisville, site visit. Right on. DH is driving. Chuck, what's going on, Chuck?
Chuck, when are you going to get here?
Yeah, when are you coming in? There was some conversation about that the other day. Gun Monk, what's up? What's it saying in here? It's saying 34 in here. There's way more than it's not up to date. Guys on Instagram, while it is running live on Instagram, your conversation, your comments are not crossing over. So if you want to participate, you want to be a chance to be one of the winners on this thing and get the gear. If you want to participate, just jump over to the same stream on YouTube, and then we see your comments. Building a birdhouse with my dog. Are you cutting all the pieces, or is that a kit that you're doing? How are you doing it? Some of the coolest videos are when they put the camera in the birdhouse and they have the babies. You know, they also have like this birdhouse that you put on your window, and then you can see the bird inside. That's pretty neat.
I've seen one where they had it's for a raccoon house.
Oh, that'd be super cool.
Yep.
Yeah, double tap. Guys, on most of your guys, if just the screen you're on, if you double tap it, it'll give a like to the feed. Rick, we're good, man. We got some baby sheep that were born yesterday. We had a mom had twins. So we've got 2 sheep out there running around extra right now. feeding chickens and ducks currently. Right on. I do that about 8 in the morning. Dean Mullis, how are you? Send some maple with Chuck. Oh, hey, right on, man. You're the dude that was here. You're the guy. You're the guy.
Tuesday or Wednesday, he said. Cool.
Tuesday or Wednesday, right on. All right, guys, if we're going to do this, you got to type some shit out. Give us something we want to discuss, have a conversation about. Otherwise, we have a ton of other stuff to do. James Malloy, how are you, man? Mesh Pockets freaking awesome. Every time I order a bag, I get Mesh Pockets to go with them. Would like to see more colors in extra small. So the key to getting your Mesh Pockets fast is order the ones you want, put in notes, send me whatever you have that's closest color. Because there's always guys like, man, you want to slow your order up, order a bunch of shit and then throw on 5 different color Mesh Pockets, because inevitably there's one we're out of. Making Excel for about 12th today. I don't even know how to do Excel.
You can have all that. Can you name the sheep? Yeah, what do you want to name them?
No, we don't name.
Crock pot and roast?
My dogs don't even have names. Bra Simmerin headed to the electric supply, plumbing supply before they close. Right on. I have lost count how many Mesh Pockets. Yep. We have a lot of Mesh Pockets that we refuse just because they have a pucker or something. They're 100% fucking usable. We have a ton of them.
Yep.
Those are the ones we just put places. Sorry, I'm new to sewing, but do I just search for mesh from sewing suppliers? It's actually rather hard to find. There are some tactical gear type companies out there that sell nylon gear, like raw goods. Rochelle mesh is what you're looking for. If you look up netting and mesh wholesale, you will find a lot of companies that have what you want, and it'll have a good description on it too. A lot of it's used for different things, fishing nets and different shit. Heavy hand. I like a mesh that has a stiffer hand to it. We have OD mesh, but you will notice that we put black mesh on all of our OD pockets because it's a much stiffer mesh, whereas the OD we have is just so miserably fucking soft. I've never found a really good one. That bullshit's pretty good on that sniper, on that Cobra hood. This mesh was pretty decent. Oh, it's not now.
It's not.
It was though. I wonder if they starched it or something.
Yeah, that's my guess. Is there's sizing put on it before they package it.
Oh yeah, because
I've been wearing it.
Yeah, this thing's super soft and supple now. So your body, yeah, it's stiff here still. Your body probably absorbed all that chemical. Weird.
Like the chlorine.
Yeah, Rocky Woods for you guys starting out. Rocky Woods will have some mesh on there too. They'll even have like some multicam meshes and stuff. All the multicam, you'll see that we don't use multicam mesh on any of our stuff either because it's just soft. It doesn't have a heavier hand. You guys need a truck. We don't need a truck driver. Trying to get my family out of, yeah, you definitely need to get out of Illinois. Maybe you want to limit your expand your horizons. What else can you do other than being a truck driver? I do know that in Tennessee, I see people all the time looking for truck drivers. I mean, what did they say? 50% of truck drivers are no longer truck drivers. Look how many truck drivers can't go into California right now over all the nonsense still.
Yep.
I don't know if they're still doing it. California wasn't letting anybody unvaccinated in. So, I mean, maybe. I do not personally need a truck driver. We sell everything direct to consumer, but there's a lot of people around that looking for truck drivers. I've seen them, man. Winter crops. No, I need to. Every year I say we're going to, and I never do. When's the time to plant winter crops? Probably right now. I mean, we'll probably have onions and we'll have garlic in. I'll probably put something in the ground up at the top. Brandel, they raised the water too, probably just inflation. I ordered another small tool bag in Woodland and a couple of extra small mesh pot. Yeah, I think I boxed that this morning, as a matter of fact. Why do they keep raising electric in Camden? Oh, did you see that on Hip Camden? Where is he?
Yeah.
He's over there in the dark.
Yeah, they sure did. They're raising it all through. All the electrics going up. What they just say? We're about to raise another.
So commercial is 8 to 10%. So we're getting the 10%.
Remember when they told you?
And then TVA is raising it 4.2% also. So it'll be 14.2% of a raise for us.
And why are they raising commercial 10? when TVA is raising, and then it's going to be another 8 on top. What the fuck? They went through, like when we turned the electricity on, we had to put on a deposit. And then they came out during COVID and they wanted we had to give them $3,500. And then they raised the motherfucker again and we had to give them another 35. They literally have $10,000 of my money in deposit for a commercial account. And we don't ever miss our bill. If we always pay the motherfucker. We're over $4,000 in electricity every fucking month because they keep raising it. That's what we're up to now is $4,000. And they are holding $10,000 of my money.
Well, and that lady yesterday was
Where's
saying,
that fucking cash sitting?
Oh yeah, they invested, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure they did.
But she was saying that she was going to get a little boutique in Waverly and the building was like $800 a month, but it was a $4,000 deposit just to turn the lights on. And she's like, crazy. I can't fucking put $4,000 down for the lights.
And then they piss and moan how there's no commerce.
Yep, no doubt.
I blame Amanda for my addiction because of those awesome text messages. Yeah. Well, thank you for your orders, man. I want to fill one side at least of a split front. If I usually carry rifle mags and medical, what card or organizer should I look for? I was thinking of pistol, other cat tourniquets or light. So that Velcro is there, but I mean, you're really going to fucking feel that if you put something in there. Buy whatever you want to carry there. That's the real answer. You can put rifle mags in there flat or pistol mags in there flat. You'll probably feel rifle mags less, really. And in a rifle mag, you could also put bandages if you wanted to, but that rig is not really meant to put shit inside there like that. Order another small tool bag, doing winter crops. You guys need a truck driver. Okay, I guess we've read all of these. This little house I'm in is a 6-room cottage. Possible to repair a zipper on a roller travel luggage. I won't fucking touch that. Not at all. Is it possible for somebody to do it? Yeah, I would go to a shoe repair place or maybe a tailor or something. Find somewhere local. If you find somebody in a town where there's a military base, there's usually a seamstress or somebody in one of those shops there that could probably do it. Rosie, how are you? Medi, what's up? See, the electric bill still at the old place in Indy. Looks like they started cooking meth there. It's so expensive, or they just letting the bills pile. Oh, I don't know. Also, like, why is all your electricity going up? Well, at the same time, they're taking all the coal-fired power plants offline. So, you hear how natural gas is better for the environment and it's cheaper. If natural gas is cheaper, why are your fucking rates so like we're up almost 40%. Like if you really add it up over just the last 3 or 4 years. TVA approved 5.25. Cali Bear.
Here it's 4.25.
They're telling us 4.25, but they're tacking on an additional 8% to commercial.
10%.
10%. That's like at those rates, you're cheaper just to do solar and cut them off. And they're trying to do this shit where if you put in solar, you have to be grid tied. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to fucking put a good portion of the building on solar and not fucking grid. We're not doing that shit. TVA, yep. Gotcha. I should look for outer pouches because of all the muscled bones, so skinny. Yeah, that's what those pieces on the side. You've got 2 columns. You can put more mags there. A radio pouch would go well there. We have some 2-column pouches, like the pouches, fucking stupid AI bullshit. The pouches on the side of the mini packs will fit there. Compact tear off med pouch will fit there. They're trying to get the natural gas ban here in Washington, force people to electric. Yep, that's the next move, right? Because this is about legacy. While they were in office, they closed down, literally blew up, demoed the coal-fired power plants because they know if Trump comes back in, the first thing he's going to do is turn coal back on. They can't build a power plant over here. The way the EPA bullshit is, it'll take them 10 years to put another power plant in. Headed home, Nicole in surgery right now. What happened to Nicole, Jason? I don't know anything about it, man. What's going on? Instagram's terrible for the live, guys. I can't see any of your comments. They don't merge here. So if you're on Instagram and you want us to see your comments, jump over onto YouTube, where the same feed is feeding right there. Corey Suttles, what's up, man? What breed of rabbit do you have? So there's really two. There's two. Well, there's a few, like the Tamooks, which are the Texas A&M rabbits. I don't have any of those. I have Californias and I have New Zealand's, and really they're the same rabbit. I even breed them together. Those are your meat rabbits, and they work great. You're going to be able to get them anywhere. The real answer is get on Facebook, get in some rabbit groups on Facebook, Backyard Meat Rabbits, and there's some others. That's where those, hey, I have rabbits available. Hey, I'm looking for rabbits. Because if you post it on Marketplace, they pull that shit down super fast. Also, look for, go on Craigslist, look up snake food and rabbit. You will find people also on Craigslist. Is it? Yeah, Craigslist. All the way, it used to be all the way to the left at the top. There's a box that says community. In community, look up pets, and you'll see people saying adoption fees. Those are people selling pets.
He said her gallbladder ruptured. That's fucking terrible.
Grid tie to the shop for the inspection, then pull the disconnect on the side. Maybe we don't have to here. We don't have to. We can just do it. And we're out of the county. I don't even have to inspect. I hate the Washington done that my entire house. That's what they're moving to. Everybody, they're going to try. They're giving you the incentives, so they're going to try to make you grid tie. And some counties are in Tennessee making you grid tie and do inspections, which I could see if it backfeeds in. I mean, it could definitely fucking kill somebody. Chase Peoples just got done running crane for the last. I know you're liking that shit. So when sizing internal bags, do you try to use every bit of space or leave some space for moving bags around? I don't know what you're asking me. Ask that a different way, Landfill, and I'll look at it. She went to ER, has gallbladder ruptured. Interesting. Cody's mom had her gallbladder removed forever ago. Like when I met her, she had her gallbladder removed, and she said that we would just be somewhere and she would like hiccup, like just insanely fucking crazy. Like everybody would look, and that started with her gallbladder. And I seem to recall she couldn't eat
fatty stuff typically.
Tomatoes or pizza sauce. It was something weird. And it would fucking be really bad. Like she would just insanely loud, like hiccup over the gallbladder thing.
A lot of the time when people get their gallbladder removed, they find that they have a hard time tolerating fat because they don't make the bile to break it down.
They said it ruptured from a stone. I'm in Kentucky. Surgeon called, said need to do surgery now. Got it, Jason. Let us know if you need anything, man. We can be there in about an hour. Damn, a lot of Kentuckians in here. When I installed my generator hookup to the breaker box, I installed the main disconnect to make it legal. Yep. If you're going to backfeed, and you should have that anyways, just so you can turn that off. And everybody thinks I'm when the power goes out, I'm going to use this generator, right? I got to have a 30K generator or a saddle generator on 100,000 gallons. When the power goes out, you're not running any of that shit. Like you're not going to fucking dry your clothes with a washing machine. You're not going to run a welder and a skill saw and a fucking CNC machine at the same time. You're going to run one of those things at a time, if you even run those things. I would prefer to have, rather than have one giant generator, I'd prefer to have 2 or 3, for redundancy, which we do. I mean, we have all of them. Hi guys, I was just wondering if you had a video on how to make tactical belt, like a military. I'm sure we do. I just made a video making a belt for a customer that walked in just a couple weeks ago. It's one of the last 20 videos on YouTube and probably shows you how I made the belt. Well, it does. Brandel stood there while I sewed the belt. Do you guys have backup generators for not for the business? No. If the power goes out, we're not running business. I put a 24 kilowatt Generac in a couple of years ago. They are a great investment. Yeah. And Generac's a pretty good company too. Like they're going to send a dude out. He's going to quote you. They're going to have a pad that you can put it on, or you're going to pour a pad. They're pretty quiet, although when they start up, everybody fucking around you knows that motherfucker start up. What you want to look for is an attenuated housing. It's going to capture the sound. You can even take the muffler, run it underground and then up. And there's a lot of things you can do with the generators. Got to hop off. Work call right on. Gallbladder has no real use until you have it removed.
It has a use. It creates bile.
Where would you get shake cloth
Shade.
from and ground covered tarp? Oh, thank you for the super chat, Corey. Not necessary, but thank you. Shade cloth. I have bought shade. Now you're going to get what you pay for with shade cloth. If you search shade cloth, custom shade cloth, there's a few places going to come up. They have some ready to ship, and then they will custom build it, and it's going to change in price, whether it's double hemmed or edge taped, and whether they put grommets in there. Get the grommets. Depending, like you don't know until you know. I put up a bunch of 4x4s every 20 by 20, I think it is. We drilled them into the ground, put them in, and then we ran 2x6s across. You really don't need that because they flex. But if you pull your shade cloth down before it catches snow, it's not going to tweak these 4x4s. And really, I put everything in the ground now, 6x6s or even 6x8s. They just look better and they last longer. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to run an eye bolt, a bolt with an eyelet on the end. We're going to pre-drill a little. We're going to put that thing in there, put a giant screwdriver, crank it in, and I'm going to use off of the corners of the shade cloth, sometimes in the middle, so that you might want the 2x6s in there also. And I use bolt snaps, double-headed bolt snaps. Now, a bolt snap is a dog leash hardware, right? So I'm going to run it in the grommet, and I'm going to run it over here. And if it doesn't fit quite right or you need more room, you can just run some tubular nylon through there or some cord, girth hitch it, and then pull it in. And we're going to put them super tight. And that's what we use for shade cloth. Now, shade cloth, you can get 10%, 20%, 70%. The truth is, I don't know what I have. I've also bought it off Amazon. It works great as shade cloth. It's not going to last years. It has more stretch and more flex. It's lighter. But you can get a huge piece of it for $20 off Amazon. And the first shade cloth we bought 5-6 years ago, we're still using, and it wasn't shade cloth. It's actually mesh tarps from Tractor Supply. They were originally $60. Now they're like $160, and they're not as big, but they're very, very durable. Now, your corners are going to rip out, especially in the inexpensive stuff. They're just going to let go. And what you do then is you take a big section of that, just take a handful of it, put a golf ball or a big rock, and then whip stitch it. You can just tie it in there, or you can hand sew it in there. And then you just take a girth hitch. You're going to take a hoop of tubular nylon or whatever. You're going to wrap it around there, and you're going to pull it back through itself. And now that's on there. It's tightened down, and now you can tension it back to the corner. For shade cloth, look up grower solution. Now, when you buy, or for weed matting, right? Everybody puts weed matting down, and then you burn the hole and you plant through it or whatever. That you're going to, grower solution really has the best. You can get it off Amazon. You can get it on Temu, grower solution, and you can get it in 6 foot, 12 foot, 13 foot. Your 13 foot, you're going to overlap at 12. So it's really 12 inches. So it's really 12 feet. And that's what we have is the big stuff. They're going to ship it right to you. Comes right out of Tennessee here, about an hour from here. And keep in mind, when you do this shade, the weed matting, if you put down mulch or you put down gravel, that is just a place to capture seeds, and that shit is going to grow. So if you're doing it, don't put that down. And if you're going to put watering down, I would tell you to put the watering on top, because if you put it underneath, you're going to have to pull it up to solve the problem when you have calcium or some kind of mineralization in the water. If you have your sprinklers or your drip hose or whatever on top, it's easier to take care of the problem. You're going to be able to handle it right then. Also, when you put that down, be aware the ants like that shit. You are going to have ants under there. So have a solution, right, to kill those things, because they will mound up underneath that. They do like that shit. And that's orange oil. That's the solution. Middle of the day live. Nice. We're going to give some gear away here at some point. Hauling ass the wrong side of Jason. Just fucking slow down, man. You have an accident. It's not going to help her none. Son-in-law installs the generators. So all in, it ran me $8,600. That included the meter upgrade. He does all the service, calling Generac, the estimated 15. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's great. Guys looking at big generators like that. If you look up commercial generator on eBay, you will see a ton of big generators that have come off of job sites, and many of them have very low hours. They come out of these cell tower sites. They come out of all these different places. It is said that Walmart holds 120,000 gallons of diesel. When I talk to people at Walmart, they don't seem to know. But when you drive around and look, they're sitting on very big saddle tanks. So like, go look at how big those, look at any of your municipal buildings, look at your hospitals. If you drive around, you'll see them. You will see those big generators. You can have those. You can have them, well, depending where you are. There's always some ordinances, they're bullshit, but you can buy those. Checked out JW Surplus Trenton after your video. Love the place. Right on. Did you tell them we said hi? There's some good dudes in there. Those two guys that work there organize that whole place, man. Those are great fucking guys. Ryan Ray, what's up? You can find military diesel generators that are new. Yeah, you can buy them through Gov Auctions. You can find them on Marketplace a lot. And a lot of them come on trailers. And those are diesels mostly. Looking for a used 10K 3-phase generator for the kitchen to keep the walk-in run. Oh, good idea. Good idea. Are you going diesel, or are you going to go nat gas? What are you thinking, AJ? Vance, how are you? Check out JW Surplus. Oh, that's the same comment. JT, what's up? All the best stuff comes out of Tennessee. I'm always surprised when the industry that is here. John, would you mulch under the weed cloth? I would not. You can mulch on top. I know the advantages of mulch, but I'm telling you, as a dude who has done this, it catches seeds. All these beautiful raised bed gardens you see with these beautiful deer fences, when you see them 2 years later, every fucking one of those things is full of weeds. Because I did it. Have a plan to remove it. Like, just plan on pulling that shit up every couple of years, and then it's no big deal. I mean, you could do it in a day, right? Hypothetical question. If an angry mob of hungry Haitians suddenly showed up on the property and the power is out, current shovel inventory. Oh, we have a lot of shovels. We probably have 20 or 30 of them. Are we talking no rule of law? Stay clever. We're going to stack them up, feed them to the dogs and pigs.
Hang some out on the front porch.
Jason, there ain't shit you can do yeah, he knows, man. Yep. Lap call is a standard procedure. Thousands done each day. Take your time and get there in one piece. Govec auctions off old generators. Yep. What's the giveaway? The giveaway, we're going to do a OD tool bag, which was just built yesterday. There's something wrong. It's got there's a little slice right here right here. I actually had it in a box, and then I saw the handle had a rubber band. I'm like, why does this have a rubber band on it? And then a Woodland vehicle med bag that I made on video last week. Undocumented means no one knows they're here. Oh, they know they're here. They're registering to vote. They've already fucking voted. Pre-dug holes are handy. Yeah, they hold mud and stuff gets caught in them.
Hold water.
You just have equipment, man. You need an excavator.
That's
and
what I was thinking. We don't need fucking shovels. We got an excavator.
Yeah, we ain't digging no fucking holes.
No.
Running noise and fuel availability was another reason I went with Tesla Powerwall. Have it mounted in my garage, hidden from. That's cool. Just listening to your Q&A driving at work, better than listening to the radio. Thank you, Cameron. Edgy, what's up, bud? How many knives you make this week, buddy?
He said he's got one on his IG right now.
On Instagram.
Available.
And his Instagram is Edgy American Blades, because he's not a dumbass and he made all his stuff. Let's see.
Because he's not a dumbass.
Oh, I've got this live here. I can't switch over. Do you guys do much solar? We don't have any solar permanent mount. I have some. No, we don't, man. That's what I'm lacking. I have some small travel solar panels that will charge small battery packs from Goal Zero. I have some 8-foot foldable solar panels. I have 4 of those that charge my Blue Eddy system. And then I have some flexible solar panels also. Tad is working with a very big solar power company. Some of you guys might not recognize the name of them because they own the other company that you do recognize, and they're setting up manufacturing in the United States. He just did. Hey, is that video live?
Which one?
The solar panel install, or he hasn't done it yet?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It will be this week. Got it.
So you're gonna, if you follow Taddy Digest, dumbest name in the world. I don't know why he named it that. There are a billion other better names. Taddy Digest, follow him. Fucking great information. Fucking
he has a video on solar powered mini splits. It's up right now.
Super good dude, man. Follow him. Super fucking. You could talk. He has a program where you can pay however much a month. Him. Fucking. He has a whole video on how to install mini splits, how to run mini splits off of solar, everything. And Brandel filmed some videos for him.
So Brandel can do all your wiring for you.
I can.
There are lines outside DMV Chicago suburbs. They're about to be documented. Yeah, they're documented. That's fucking Kamala said. What about all the undocumented aliens? And Nancy Pelosi's like, well, we would like to document them. Bitch, you already documented them. That's the only thing Border Patrol's doing is fucking documenting them. I'm trying to hang on to a few to bring to SRF. You got to bring something, dude. And when you bring them to SRF, that's cash, right? Tell people cash. That's what this has to be paid in cash or silver or whatever you want. I wish I could have some kind of equipment to save my back, but I only have a single acre, so I can't. Well, it's a force multiplier, Jim. Here's a good example, right? We would have a truck drop off, I don't know, 300 rail ties. I mean, a lot of fucking rail ties. They would bring multiple trips in here. And they've got a grapple, and they would unload them, and it's just piled up. And I would pay 2 guys to move these things over and pile them up in a stack neatly, right? In piles. And I'd pay these guys, and it would take them days to do it. And inevitably, one of them's going to smash their finger. You're going to wear out a pair of gloves. You're going to get a big fucking splinter. There's always something's going to happen. I can do all that shit in a couple of hours in the middle of the night on a Sunday, listening to a podcast with a mini excavator or a grapple on the skid steer. Excavator is better for doing that, but you can do it with a skid steer. You can even rent it. Like we rented a skid steer and an excavator for an entire year. And when I took them back, I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about buying one of these. What would you get? He's like, you renting these bought me 3 more of these for what I paid in rent. He bought and paid for 3 more machines. A good place to get Striders. Haven't been let in the Facebook group. Oh man, there's a lot of movement on the Strider. There's a couple of Strider groups. You might try Blade forums also. It's an old school forum, but it still exists. And follow Strider. You can try Monkey Works. Is it Monkey Edge? What's Brady's company? Monkey Works. Edge. Monkey Edge. Brady's a great dude. He's one of the few Strider dealers. You can try Blue Line Gear. Ryan, fucking great dude. Blue Line Gear.
What was that knife company the Homestead Twins worked for?
I can't remember that name. I don't remember who they are. They're a distributor though. I don't know if they sell individual. I put Ridge Runner blades with Strider. I don't know. You might try Ridge Runner blades. He might have some Striders now too. Arizona Knife Works. That you can see some Striders there, though I think they really raised the price up over there. But they've got some incredible shit you'll never get anywhere else. Scully is the healer of electric. That's funny you guys say that. He doesn't know why you're saying that. I don't either. Ain't been on Blade Forum. Yeah, the forums are all still there, guys. They're still there. AR15.com is still there. Everything's there still.
MySpace is still there.
Sonny would be at Sonny's always at SRF. Yeah, Sonny will absolutely. He's doing, I think, 2 classes. Do I look up
and you can still get in on his classes?
Edgy American Blades. I would check out. I'd click his link right here and go, and then I'm sure he has a thing on his YouTube showing you all his other profiles.
Yeah, I've already nailed it down.
I'll bet you he doesn't. I'll bet you it's not there. Been on SRF since. Been on AR-15 since 04. Yeah, I was. They kicked me off. I have a pinned thread still about John Willis there. Ain't been on Blade Form. It's like AK file. Yeah, was it AK Files? I thought it was something else. There was also assaultweb.net. Strider SOE Damascus shovel and size. Never going to see it. Not happening. We did see, I actually took some pictures of some size the other day with the intention to send them to you, Clever. What do you, who was asking about the snaps? What's your budget for a Strider? What are you looking to spend? The John Willis, it's still there. The John Willis thread is under outdoors or it's under the tactical gear. It's pinned at the top. It was 73 pages long. They removed all the positive comments, and now it's 13 pages that reads very broken. It makes no sense. There's only like 4 people that made all the 3 pages of comments, or 13 pages. Michael, how are you, man? Gun Monk. It was literally a bunch of neck beards. They say that about me. They call me neckbeard. I don't know what neckbeard is. I finished up a Navy revolver this week. Second is set to be fitted for left hand this weekend. Right on. I don't know what that means. They definitely butthurt. They asked me to come on there when I came home from prison. They're like, "Will you come on here and comment here?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then they're like, "Will you do a group buy?" I'm like, and they kept hounding me about it on the survival forum of it. So I'm like, "What do you guys want?" And then we never did a group buy. They never could decide when you ask a fucking group of fucking goofballs what they want, you're going to get 800 fucking obscure, crazy fucking answers. 1,000 to 1,500. Yeah, you'll be able to get one for that price range. You'll see them move, especially secondhand. You'll be able to get something even higher end in that price range, probably. Looking forward to hanging out with Overton again. And Helena, right on. Haven't quite gotten to Strider level. Angry Hippie. You was Angry Hippie? I was John Willis SOE, I think, or SOE Tactical Gear. I like going to, where'd it go? I like going to forums and see people bitch. I still go on AR-15 every now and then, just to the survival forum and then like the homestead forum. I had thousands of posts there. Only really read the survival forum. Ultra Mag Brian, right on. Amanda, when did you start getting into your salves and rubs, or what made you want to get into it?
I saw some stuff on TikTok a couple years ago when John made me get on TikTok, which is also when I started buying crystals, which is also John's fault. And
2,000 pounds, guys, a ton.
They don't believe it, but I saw some, videos about getting oregano oil together and how it's antiviral, and that was right during the Kufis was going on, and I made some tincture.
Wasn't okay.
There we go.
Whew.
Okay.
All right, we're still here. Could you guys hear me while we were down? I guess they couldn't.
It was just plain black, you said.
All right, we're back. There's the comments.
Okay.
Yeah, Amanda broke the podcast. Feds, always feds. Okay, so what got you into it?
Anyway, so TikTok made me do it, and I started reading about making tinctures, and then I bought some herbs from a site, and they had a pain salve, and I started following a girl that I had met in Kentucky that lives in Nashville. And I asked her, I said, hey, there's all these different pain salves, but none of them have the same ingredients. And there's all these ingredients that would really work synergistically. Why isn't there one with all of those things in it? And she says, I don't really know why, but it sounds to me like you need to make that. So it started with my pain salve, and there's just been things that I have brought to market that I personally have had a need for, or that I felt like there was enough need for it to make it, basically.
Okay, hold on. We're missing credit where credit's due. We went to Dawn Gorham.
Oh, yes.
Dawn does a thing called Middle Tennessee Homestead Alliance. And we go out to, she has a beautiful barn dominium, and it's her classroom commercial kitchen. And she does classes on canning and different things. And if the Homestead Alliance, they do 4th Sunday of every month or something, a free, just show up, anybody's welcome.
Yeah, like a class.
And one of the ones that she did, there was like beekeeping and canning and different things. And one of them was a medicinal plant walk. And we walked the property, and she pointed out all these things. And Amanda's like, we have that, we have that, we have that, we have that. And then using the app, you can use a bunch of apps. We use Picture This, shows you what it is, but it doesn't tell you what it does. So then you take it and you look it up, and you want hard copies of this, because the time comes to really need it, you're going to need it, right? So you need books, and it shows you how to make it, what to make, what it does. And it just evolved from there. And I mowed the property for years, just keeping it nice and groomed, when a lot of the things we call weeds have a very, very good use for them. And she started making things, and like, try this, right? She made this pain oil, and I was taking Motrin, and I was taking Tylenol. I'd take 2 Motrin, 2 Advil several times a day for aches and pains or whatever. And she started rubbing this shit, like when my knee hurt, she's like, here, let me rub this in there. And then an hour later, she's like, does your knee still hurt? I'm like, no, now that you mention it, it doesn't. So the shit was working. Like, we used that for, 6 months probably before she ever even said anything about it to anybody. And that's how most of those things are. Most of the stuff she's building and marketing and using, we've used, and our friends have used for months before you guys even hear anything about it. And it really does work. Pine tar salve, crazy effective. It does. It draws shit out. The pain salve really works. She's got another one that's even more concentrated, that's just oil, and you just pump it in to your hand.
I have one that's even more concentrated than the pain oil.
Fauci entered the chat. I'll take 2 Aleve in the morning and before bed for inflammation. Yep.
Yes, there is definitely something to the ashwagandha thing. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it does seem to be like there is a ton of very reputable people talking about it being beneficial.
Now, Cali Bear, wild lettuce works really well. Yes, but
depends.
And let's be real, right? We're processing wild lettuce. You're going to pull in what, 40 pounds of wild lettuce. You're going to chop it all up and put it in a massive, like, fucking roaster thing.
Well, it depends on how you use it.
And then we're going to fucking boil all that. We're going to simmer all that water off, which is going to take multiple days. And then you're going to take what's left of that, and you're going to take all, like, this whole process that takes probably 3 days and 50 pounds of product. And at the end, you're going to get not even an inch worth in the bottom of a little jar. And when she says that, wild lettuce is known as nature's morphine. It is not morphine. Yes, it works. It might give you something akin to aspirin in the future if you were not able to get that. But it's like, you're very surprised the first time you do it, how little is there of it.
So I actually tried my wild lettuce tincture a couple weekends ago. I was having a diverticulitis flare, and it definitely took the edge off the pain to where I could actually get up and move around. But I would not say that it is effective as morphine. Not even close.
No, she didn't say that either.
I'm just saying. The new one that's on the website that doesn't have I don't know, what is it called? Is that the ear oil? Because I know I've already started a page for that, but I don't know that I've put any information on it.
Worth a shot. John, would you sell me one of your Striders? My personal one, like the Striders, no, I have all that. If you want an SOE Strider collab, I do have some of those available. Those all start at $2,000 and go up as high as $5,000. And when they trade hand on the second market, they sell them for more than I even sold them for.
Mhm.
So if you're hearing this and you're a buyer for a, several $1,000 knife, hit me up. I do have a few available here and there of the different runs. I don't have any interest whether I sell them or keep them. So that's the deal.
So Gun Monk, I actually have some willow bark that I just infused into oil that I'm going to try topically, and I do have it tincturing currently also.
I think I have all the mercantile products. Everything has beta. They work. They really fucking work. Cali, you can get them on SOE Tactical Gear. That's where they're at.
So Lee, I think you're talking about the arnica salve, and the only thing that's in it is arnica infused avocado oil. Arnica is very good for bruises, bumps. It's antibacterial along with everything else. It's also a topical pain reliever. It is in the pain salve and in the cooling muscle rub also.
Jason Barr, Ridge Runner Blade, carries some pretty high-end blades. That's who I was talking about. Ridge Runner Blades. I put him directly with Josh from Strider in a private chat. I don't know where it went from there. You might be able to get Striders there, or in the near future, be able to get Striders from Jason.
It looks like Gun Monk needs some of you guys to give him testimonies on how good my stuff works.
No, you don't. You don't need to. If he
he just says, I'd love to hear how well it works.
Got it. It all sells. So. It all sells. We sell out of all of it, no matter who buys it. Chris, what's up, buddy? There was another comment here I wanted. I've seen people saying garlic and cilantro remove heavy metals from the body. So heavy metals, there's a lot of metal in a lot of the vaccinations and shots. And there is a lot showing that different types of clays and mineral powders are removing and binding to metals and removing them from the body also. Not to dispute garlic and cilantro, but I would suspect there are things out there specifically that work better. And even if they don't remove heavy metals, are you going to be better off eating garlic and cilantro? There's a lot of studies showing that cilantro macerated, put on different cancer cells, literally wipes out cancer cells, certain types of cancer. Coconut oil for weed infusion. Willow tincture, I meant wondering, since you're trying it currently.
Oh yeah, I've only had it in tincture for a couple of days. It's not ready yet. And I don't use coconut oil because it seems like there's a lot of people who have a nut allergy. Yeah.
That's the answer.
Well, MF Koss says that he uses coconut oil. Somebody asked about avocado oil. I personally use avocado oil because I started out making oregano oil with avocado oil, not olive oil, because I don't like the way olive oil tastes. And since oregano oil is something you take orally, I wanted something that I enjoyed more. And I have found that the avocado oil just performs really well. And when I put it in a salve, it's very nice on the skin.
Okay, there's a few of them here.
Yep.
White Trash Willie, what's up, buddy? Making ass daubs with coconut oil. Avocado oil
work really well.
Avocado oil has doubled in price over the last year.
Yeah.
Olive oil, for all of you olive oil guys, a lot of olive oil is complete bullshit. There is people making fake olive oil. They're literally running rapeseed oil through a filter and adding a green tint to it to make it look like olive oil. Look into all of the fraud. Look up fraudulent olive oil. Just go down that rabbit hole. John and Amanda, thoughts on keto? I have a broken tib fib and on the couch 80% of the day and overweight. Definitely need a huge change. Andy Frisella, SOE, is really my source for advice and news.
You should just go carnivore. Just eat meat.
Do carnivore. Also look at fasting, man. If you want to remove, and guys talking about inflammation, when you fast, it removes inflammation. And a lot of times you have people that are 100 years old and they don't die from age. They die because their organs are worn out. And when you fast for 16 hours, your organs literally stop.
Reset.
They reset, but they also stop that use for 16 hours, right? If you want to heal stuff and remove disease from your body, fast for 36 hours and see what. Just look up long fasting, right? And your fasting window, 12 hours, 16 is a lot better. That's when things are really going to change and your body will start metabolizing fat and, all the benefits of it. But when you start just go down that fasting rabbit hole and see what's available. Like there's a lot of people like all of a sudden the disease that they want to do massive surgery for is fucking gone. And all these fucking people did was fast.
Or just eat meat.
And snaps, man. If you want to have the keto conversation, look up Doc Barry. He's a friend of ours. He was our doctor for 14 years personally. He is known as the keto doctor. You should check out Dr. Barry. He's got a lot of live feeds. He's accessible. There's a ton of information out there. You can find him on any channel.
So the big thing with keto is everybody's like keto treats, keto bread, keto snacks, keto. No,
that's why there's so many fat people on keto.
Keto is meat and low carb vegetables. That doesn't mean potatoes. It doesn't mean you're eating a fucking half a pound of carrots. Like meat and low carb vegetables is what keto is.
Fibrous carbs.
You can have a few berries. You cannot have an apple. So it is like 20 grams of carbs, period. Not net carbs. 20 grams of carbs, period. Yes.
Get meat from a farmer, not a store. Yep. Watched an old video. James, aAmanda, and fasting. Yep. What's the website and what would you recommend for 4-year-old with extreme growing pains? I don't understand the growing pain things. I've seen people say that before.
So growing pains, it just happens. You can use the arnica salve on them. You can use, I wouldn't use the pain salve simply because it's got cayenne in there and kids have a tendency to touch things and put it in their eyes. Comfrey salve would probably help ease it some. I would really do the arnica salve because it does have some topical pain reliever in there. It removes the inflammation, all that good stuff. I never had growing pains because I didn't grow.
And the growing pain, is it really that they're growing so they have pains, or they're just fucking kids and they're out playing and they're like, I was sore last night. I'm going to be sore tonight from the gym.
I know that I have heard from several parents that their children have growing pains. It usually happens at night when the body is relaxing. So is it growing pains? I don't know. Is it just them kids being rough on their bodies? Maybe. I don't know.
Like you fell down. You're going to be sore.
Yeah.
This is not going back.
It's not even moving.
Yeah. There's more comments here. It says we had lots of tests run. There really is no great explanation. Oh, got it. Okay, yeah. That's the growing pain guy. Charlie horses when I was a kid. Osgood. I mean, take your calf right now. Look at it. Flex your calf. I can flex my calf so much the motherfucker flips over. That's going to give me a Charlie horse. I mean, it just happens. Sometimes have to refresh the chat. It's just on this. It's not the it's going back. There's a lag. Like if I go back past the page to scroll back, there's a massive lag, and then it kind of catches up and lets me go back about another 10 comments. But to find comments that are 20, 30 back, it's not happening. It's probably, we're on Starlink out here. It's probably that. Started drinking quinine water, got rid of all the, oh, interesting. Yeah. There's some other benefits to quinine as well. What was the thing that they, what was the thing everybody said to take for the hydrochloroquine? And it was made from, same as quinine, from the peels of citrus, from oranges.
Right. Yes, bones growing faster than the muscle.
Are you happy with the Starlink? We are, Richard. I walk outside and I'll have a video playing inside on the net, which is, I have 3 different networks in here. As soon as I walk out, by the time it's buffered, I never even know there was a lag to it. And I'm all of a sudden on Starlink. I've got boosters. The Starlink dish is on the building. There's a booster right here. There's a booster up at the rabbit shed. There's a booster in the garage, and it works great. It works great here. How much dentistry supplies do you store? We have a lot. I hope we never need them. I have a full dental suite. Like I literally bought a dental chair and a dental drill station and a dental suction station. Like I bought a bunch of dental equipment in the last few months. I don't know if you are aware of that, if that's why you're asking. Charlie horse means you need more water, probably salt too, right? Sodium. It's a trip. When you go see the doctor, they're like, you need to lower your sodium. When you have a fucking stroke or a heart attack, the first thing they do is give you 2 saline bags. Starlink works well in West Virginia. It works, and we have the like there was a few weeks to get the home base version. We bought an RV one and just mounted it, and we got it. Literally, we ordered it like on Sunday, had it by Wednesday.
And we're in a bowl, by the way. We're in the valley between trees and a hill.
You have a head cold. Wonder if I should take ivermectin. I wouldn't take ivermectin for a head cold.
Ivermectin isn't going to get rid of a head cold.
No. Salt water helps. Yeah, and all you guys are like Celtic sea salt and Redmond sea salt. When you take a tablespoon of that, you're going to have projectile diarrhea. You want to take a pinch of that. Yep. Anytime you start some new product, take very little of it so that you kind of build up some tolerance to it. Austere dentistry is rough, but necessary. I mean, yeah, look at what you want to look at is dental procedures from 100 years ago. Calf cramps at night is related to lack of potassium and magnesium.
And you know what fixes that? Salt. Yes.
What kind of distance do you get with the booster? Oh, I don't know. Not super far. The base is over there and it wouldn't work through this building. So we put a booster that's literally right here. That's, I don't know, 40 feet maybe, but the rabbit shed's probably 100 feet away.
Yeah. I think the
it's 10 acres. I mean, it works everywhere on the 10 acres here, to give you an idea if you know what an acre or 10 acres looks like.
I think the thing says 120 feet.
Really appreciate the beneficial information. Right on, dads. Did you achieve your goal of 1,000 small propane camping gas canisters? I don't know if I have 1,000, but I have a lot. We went several times and bought all of them.
We could build a wall out of them.
You never know when you're buying stuff, what's going to flag things. Yep. When I moved here, I was buying a lot of like propane tanks. And because we were preppers, I was buying Coleman camping fuel. I was buying iodized salt. I was buying like Redmond salt, and I was buying lithium batteries. Now, we weren't buying just those things. We weren't walking in and buying those things. We were buying a shopping cart, which had some of those things in it. And a buddy of mine was a sheriff, and he's like, something came up. He's like, oh yeah, we got a notification years ago that you were buying lithium batteries, salt, camping fuel. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, people make meth with that. Like Walmart reported you to us. And we're like, oh, we know what that guy's doing. And there was never any investigation over it. But be aware of that. Like, and that had to be somebody who recognized it and made a phone call back then. Now, when they scan it, it automatically populates and sends it to law enforcement, Homeland Security. Chuck Homestead medical kit is awesome. Yeah, Chuck makes a medical kit for a ton of shit. Every product SOE makes, you can go to Chuck's website. If you win this vehicle med bag that we're going to give away here in a few minutes, you can go to Chuck's website and he has a full load kit for this thing. You can buy all of the contents to put in here for our medical backpack, our vehicle med bag, our compact tear off, our pocket organizer, our med tray. Chuck sells a full load kit for all of those. How often do you use the jet boil? Never. We never fucking use the jet boil.
I don't know if we've used it in the last decade.
No, I did. We used it in a video a year ago, probably. Yeah, Chuck has those kits ready to go, guys. If you need a load kit for something, Chuck has them. Having 10 acres covered would be awesome. We are at 1 right now with our current system and going to have to look into it. Yeah, they work well. They're not expensive. There's not a whole lot. Like, what do we pay a month on that thing? There's no consumable to it.
I don't remember. $200 maybe.
Echo Sierra, look on the website. I have long-term wound care kits. Yep. John, have you heard anything about all Eastern seaports going on strike and closing next week? I haven't heard anything about next week, but I heard a lot of people talking about it about a month ago. There was some hubbub. I also heard the government was supposed to shut down. I mean, I hope the government shuts down. Fuck, that's what we want. Shut the fucking government down.
I did see that they're supposed to have an EBT blackout. I think it's September 22nd
for a day, and
so
people are
2 more
losing their
days.
shit over for one fucking day.
I don't think it's even a full day.
How about you go get some fucking jobs? Ever use disposable skin staple? Yeah, Chuck walks around and just fucking does it to people. Yeah. They closed my scalp. I had 15 staples out of one of those. We didn't issue until processed food got to be a thing. Need a permanent EBT blackout. Yeah, we need a permanent fucking government blackout. Think of your government, right? Can you think of anything that the government has said you have to do that has hindered you in the last 12 months? Now, can you think of anything the government has done that you're like, fuck yeah, man, I cannot believe they fucking did that for me? Yeah. Let's say 1 year, right? Anything that's hindered you in the last year. Anything they've done in the last 10 years that you were totally stoked on? Can you even name one? Sell them for $15, which includes a staple remover gun, holds 35 staples. I know my friend has Starlink in Michigan under Peninsula, and anything else would have been thousands. Guys, when we ran cable from the road, if you've ever been here to the property, from the road, cable was at the fucking road, right? It was already run to the gas station. To run the cable, just the fucking cable from the road to the building was $2,500, and that was 10 years ago. Go try to buy that shit now with the copper. I'll bet it's twice as much. I ran direct cable, 3-strand. It was a big gauge cable. We ran it from the building to the rabbit shed, 100 feet. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a few $100.
It was like 800, I think.
I got a 50-foot piece of cable, the same exact shit, 50 feet of it, and it was like $800 for that little piece. And I remember when we looked at it, it had tripled in price. Yeah. Homestead Medical, do you have a class for people that don't have any medical experience? Yes, he does classes here at SOE. If you get 10, 15 people together, he will travel to you and do it at your location. And he does them all around, well, at least this side of the United States, I know. And you can attend those classes also. Sweden, by the way, Echo Sierra, right on, man. Greetings from Sweden. Sweden. You guys have some quite a raise in crime in Sweden from some of your non-indigenous people. It's very odd. We have that happening here too. They all kind of look the same. Extremely excited for SRF. Corey, awesome. Hoodbilly, what's up? Hoodbilly's going to be at SRF.
You know who Corey Settles is, right?
Who?
The people that got the tattoos at the party.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, I know the name. How's the stock of medical supplies, John? Is anything still going to UKR? Yeah, I'm guessing you're asking that because you heard Bear mention that this morning. Yeah, everything. You can still get plenty of med supplies from China. God dag. Oh, Swede. It's true, John. Those people don't ski during the winter. Yeah, no joke. That's a good way to put it. They don't swim a lot either. I have several classes from people who can't even spell CPR. I have several classes for people. Several on here. Yeah, there's tons of people on this chat right now that are taking classes from Chuck. When the government shuts down, they aren't actively harming us. That's very real, man. Mm-hmm. It's very fucking real, and it's very unfortunate.
How's the desert, Ed?
Where's Ed?
That's whose comment you just...
Oh, Ed Cilio. Got it. Need to hit one of Chuck's classes. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Chris Hall, what's up? My tattoo turned out badass. He'll be here. He'll be here at SRF. He was here. He was at Jeff's yesterday, I think. He was here last week. Brandon over. Make sure you follow. What the fuck is it? 3H.
Survival.
I can never remember that. 3H Survival.
It should just
Bob,
be
what's
Brandon
up?
Over.
Yeah, Brandon Over.
That would make too much sense.
Force reboot. Yep. It doesn't even need to reboot. Just turn it the fuck off. Fucking people will stand up and handle this. My roads. Bob will be out there making motherfucking roads without the government. What's the oldest Israeli bandage you have? Did it hold up still good years later? Yeah. What's going to go wrong on it? I mean, we have,
As long as you keep it dry.
dude, I have MREs that are 30 fucking years old. We even ate one in the last year or so. Major metro hospitals store 30,000 gallons of number 2 diesel for generators and boilers. And many of them have that. That's a saddle, right? That's close to the generator. They have more than one generator on a lot of those locations. It's only 69 and trying to rain
in the desert.
Happy Friday, Kevin. What's up? Gonna hit the podcast with Brandon. Yeah, Brandon's good to go, man. Brandon's cool, dude. I talk to him all the time. Brandel fucking sees him more than I see him.
And he never wears a shirt.
Yeah, he likes to be partially naked all the time. And you're going to be really surprised if you ever see his kids, because I really thought his kids were going to have face tattoos and shit. He should get a stamp made so when he takes his kids out in public, they have just random fucking like stamp markers on their face. Look for a server center. They hold a lot more and they have a week's worth of fuel. It's where all your water's going. You guys hear about all them shutting down all these farmers and all this shit. When you pull that thread and trace that, you find that there are server centers, data storage locations, and that water is going to cool those locations. That's where that water is going to. Can you describe the rise of crime around you guys? We don't have any rise of crime around us because we're in the middle of nowhere. But if you look at, if you find your local sheriffs and you look at those unsolved crimes, you will see your crime stats. Typically, you'll know what's going on. Now, we don't have a huge influx of migrants around us, if that's what we're talking about. But everything is tight. I have people walking in here every day asking for work. Many of them they've been fired from their jobs, right? When things get tight, businesses cut out the lower hanging fruit, right? They always keep the better people. 20% of your people are going to do 80% of your work. Those 20% of those people always have jobs. The best employees are always employed. So we see tons of people walking in here, and many of them, it's out of desperation. I'm like, dude, I don't have anything. I'm like, hey, give me a minute. Let me talk to you. Like, what the fuck's going on? I've been here for 15 years, 18 years now. What made you walk in here today? And they're like, I'm losing my house. I'm sleeping on my friend's couch. Like, there is desperation, and with desperation, crime numbers go up. So be prepared for that. Even if you're not seeing it, it is probably happening in your neighborhood. I said the other day about Silcuga, Alabama, 10,000 migrants inbound. No, yeah, you're seeing that everywhere. We have seen like non-domestic Mexicans here, like straight out of the jungle, kind of Central American type people. And they look dirty. Like, and I don't say that like they're just not from here, right? They have traveled, they have got here.
They are road worn.
And they are just roaming. Like, we see them at the interstate. And at all the truck stops on the interstate, even the one right here, they have put up pictures on how to shit and don't put the shit paper in the toilet. I mean, put it in the toilet, not in the trash can. They're around. They're here. Just got off the train. Yeah, they're not on the train. The Darien Gap is bringing them, and they're being brought across the border.
They're being
bussed. Though, and you might not be aware, they're flying 300,000 in on airplanes. Like multiple fucking airplanes, and then they put them on prison buses and move them where they want to change the Republican areas to Democrat. That's where they're dropping those people off. Reopened a cobalt mine in Idaho. Interesting. Michael Yon, Darien Gap. Yeah, great interview. Sean Ryan had a great fucking interview with that dude. Just got 500 gallons of gas set up. Oh, Josh, fucking badass. What's that look like, Josh? Is that in one tank? Is it ground mount? Is it elevated? Is it in individual cans? Are you doing fuel? Are you doing like gasoline or diesel? Have you treated it? Insane. That's my main concern. I live way out in the burbs, and it's nice expensive. Work in Chicago for Albertsons. Oh, that's a grocery store for guys. We don't have those around here. The front of the office have been lit up with bullets from ghetto warfare. Yep. And that's not somebody shooting. That's just fucking, it's the same suspects, man. If you took the crime stats away from Chicago, like look at how many deaths every weekend in Chicago. It's black on black crime. It's not black on white. It ain't Mexicans. That's gang on gang. And a lot of it's just motherfuckers shooting straight up in the air. Jerry cans, right on, Josh. Pisses me off how they give them all of our money. So that's something we need to look at that a little different. It's not your money. They have us convinced that, right? We feel like they take our taxes. They steal 65% of your money in taxes. And they take that and they put it in a bank account. And then they take that money from that bank account and they give it to Ukraine or they give it to the illegals. That's just some bullshit to keep you believing that the system hasn't actually collapsed. That's just fake money that they are fabricating. It definitely fucks the economy. And there are receipts. There's a lot of videos of receipts on these EBT accounts where these dudes have 15 and 20,000 fucking dollars in an EBT account. There is no limitation on they're not even EBT cards. They are literally just fucking debit cards. And they're letting them stay in luxury hotels. And like, it's absolutely insane. Watch some of the whistleblower videos on that shit. Lots of it. There are people selling their houses and the government's like, if you will rent this house out, you will make twice as much as if you sell this house. Yeah, treated 12 20-liter cans, numbered them 1 2, dump 1 a month. Nice. That's the way that you know that, Josh. You know as well as I do. They reopened a cobalt mine in Idaho, redirecting water from farmers. Yep. So that's the potato thing. Yep. That was 500,000 acres of potatoes. Many of those were already planted and starting to grow when they cut that water off. Now, that was actually suspended. Those farmers actually do have their water unless something additional happened. Very good information on all that farm stuff that's being shut down is Yanasa Ventures, Yanasa TV. Great videos. The invasion is the number one problem. Absolutely. Because that's your replacements. You have super wealthy madmen that want to be the king of society. And that it's serfs and kingdoms. Do you live on the property nowadays? We're always on the property. Yes, there's always people on the property. Picking 20 pounds of bacon and 10 pounds of pork sausage for a treat. Oh, beautiful. That's awesome. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. It looks like Kiri's wearing a COVID mask. I know it's not.
No, it's a coffee mug.
I know it is. We need to get her some of our coffee mugs. Looks like she likes a bigger coffee mug, though.
She drinks a lot of coffee.
What up, JW? Greg, what's up, man? Thoughts on rise on gold price? Not from how it didn't rise enough. It's not where it should be. Why can't there be a global crowd fund to eliminate the New World Order? Because the New World Order actually pulls the strings of everyone else. They control your government. Really, it's the guys with the funny hats, right? When they say the Jews, they don't mean Jewish people, right? They mean the Jews. Mm-hmm. And that is who controls. Like, is the United States controlled by Israel, or does Israel control the United States? I don't know. But when we say Israel, those are not the Israelites, right? The people from the Bible, that's not who's in Israel. And I don't have an Israel problem. I'm not for Palestine. I'm not for Israel. I'm not for Russia. I'm not for Ukraine. But I think that a lot of what is being done, if you look at the things that have happened through history, they're not what you've been told, right? They're not, or they were caused for reasons like we're not always the good guys. And really, just like the government is not for you, the government is not for a lot of the people. They're just trying to sell you so that there is not an uprising, right? The government's job is to remain in government. That's why they don't want you to have guns. That's what this is all about. The shit they're doing around the world, they want to do to you as their population. I don't care who does what, but I would prefer not to go to war or start. Yeah. Or how about your children? Joshua, bro, I'm in Sweden. All is good. Right on. I say, let people just fight it out and don't enter. Yeah. Why is it our fucking problem? because somebody's making money from it, right? If Trump gets in office, are we still going to build all these fucking rockets and missiles and rocket launchers? It's just like JFK said, right? It's the military industrial complex. Life is rarely good versus evil. That's Disney shit. Yeah. Yeah. The need to take down internet for 20 days. Ooh, you take down internet. I mean, look what happens when we just had a whole fucking school system in the middle of fucking nowhere here in Paris down because of internet shit, right? You have internet shit go down. Pharmacists can't give out drugs. You're going to have people's fucking powers controlled all through apps and shit. You're going to have massive people die. I'm with you. I think society would be a whole lot better. You're going to have a massive die off though. Motherfuckers don't help feed their neighbors next door that just need assistance on a normal day. Wait till they're all in a bad situation. Looks like gas prices and interest rates are going down. Yeah, but why? What's going to happen when that happens?
Is that's the controlled free fall?
That's always followed by a collapse. No, but where are you living at?
Josh and Echo Sierra are having a little.
Are they having a spat or?
Yeah, because Echo Sierra is just curious. I think this is his first time here, and Josh was like, "So where are you living?"
Oh, I see what he's doing. I see what he's saying. Josh was here.
Yeah,
Josh was closest person to me next to aAmanda for years and years. I wish he was still here. Gas jumped 20 cents overnight. I didn't know that, Bob. Got to get out and find your tribe. Yeah, just find people that are of like interest to you.
I couldn't even tell you what gas prices are.
Is the GPS system if the GPS system goes down, everything your planes aren't flying. Hospitals, yeah, everything. Wait till America has no AC, lights, and running refrigerators. You know why you don't have a civil uprising? Because people are complacent. People are pacified. If the internet goes down, when they introduced game systems, I think it was the PS2 is what the FBI statistics are for. When the PS2 came out and you had major gang crimes in your major like St. Louis, Chicago, Los Angeles, crime fell, I think 50% that year because of the game systems. When in the ghetto and the hood, when do you have riots? You have riots if the power goes out during the summer when there's no air conditioning, things kick off. You do not have riots in the winter when it's cold and people stay inside. Stuff goes down when cities go without more than 3 meals. Yep. And there is not more than 3 meals in most grocery stores. Not my first time around here, but I rarely catch. Well, right on, dude. People will pay stupid money to have their AC fixed at 10. I would. Fuck yeah, I would.
We don't have windows either.
No, we don't have windows in this building. That's the thing with these sheds, these tiny houses. I can put a window AC unit. I've got mini splits, but I have brand new window AC units for if the power ever went down. I can cool. We had the power off for 10 days at the lake at the Cedar Lakes, and we had window units and AC, little generators running them, Honda generators.
Bob, tell your 8-year-old he just needs another job.
No, I know Bob doesn't know what gas costs because Bob's going to go do whatever we're going to do.
Right.
I'm not going to save up where I need to go from A, B, C, and D. We're just going to go in the desired path that I want to go in the order I want to go in. I'm not going to try to save money. I'm going to buy the exact, every time I go to the gas station, I fill my tank up. I haven't bought $5 worth of gas or modified my life because of the cost of gas since I was, 18, 19 years old.
And I also, if my AC didn't work, I also wouldn't open a window because our humidity here is like 90% most of the year. So opening a window wouldn't do me a whole lot of
Josh DeWalt says they definitely aren't happy when I take the game system. Who are we talking about? Are you? Oh, kids. I thought maybe he was like taking game systems when they raided houses or something as evidence or something. I think all judges and law enforcement should have to spend a year in prison. 10 on pump 3 is bullshit. No, like, do you remember when you put a debit card in and it only give you $75 at some gas stations? So you didn't go there because it took $150 to fill the Excursion or the Suburban.
Yep.
Never imagined Tennessee was humid.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's humid, bro. Only fill the jet halfway up. Yeah. You want to see crazy money. Look at what it costs to fill these fucking super yachts and shit. Look at the fuel on those things. We charge 400 basically just to show up. Oh, absolutely.
As you should.
Cameron, man, we had, I don't know, we had 600 people here, and one of the septics was backing up that had the main bathrooms, and we couldn't get anybody local to show up. We called a guy from an hour away, and I'm like, I will pay you $1,000 in addition to whatever you want to show up here in the next 90 minutes. And he did. And I said, we've got an excavator. We're already uncovered. I just need you to show up and pump this out. And that was the dude that would show up.
Yep.
And it was only 8 o'clock at night on a Saturday. And he showed right the fuck up. And he's like, if you ever need me again, let me know. Dock gas is a night. Oh, yeah. I don't let my cars get below half a tank. Yeah, I try not to either. Yeah, money talks. Gas on Lake Erie. I guess I never thought about that captive audience shit on the gas stuff for the boats.
It's been like 3 decades since I put gas in a boat.
I guess I never really thought about how the gas gets there. The waterways usually are not on a direct path of the interstate where they're dumping fuel for the truck stops. I do not keep a broken appliance. Oh, I do. I might need something out of them. I have all the broken metal and shit. I have.
We have all kinds of broken things.
I'm surprised we don't have people over here trying to steal the scrap twisted metal. But we have fences and dogs. So have a large fuel tank, and I check prices daily. So if there is a huge price dump or jump, I can stay ahead. Yeah,
That's
cool.
Smart.
Done any updates to the Forerunner? I was looking. Yeah, I'm looking at Miramoto lights. I put in Alpha Rex lights, and they were good. And then we had some bullshit happening, and we had a low beam go out, so she's running highs, and then we had a high beam go out and another low beam, so we had one high beam. And I talked to Alpha Rex, and I'm like, hey man, look, you guys were awesome when I fucking asked about buying these things. You hit me back at like 1 a.m, and I bought these things. We've had them for a couple of years. There has been no off-roading. This truck is literally driven around town and on the interstate, and something's wrong here. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. We've gotten in here, we've checked the bulbs. It's something in the wiring harness. It's something from your stuff, because I can wiggle this and get it to come back. And they're like, well, we don't know. That doesn't sound right. So Brandon over 3H Survival was here a couple of weeks ago. He put the stock unit back in, took those home. He's like, I'm going to fix these. It needs some solder, but I think I'm switching everything over to Alpha Rex. I'm also looking at Baja Designs, the D9s. That's a 9-inch light. They've got a 6-inch. Some of their super HID fucking LEDs. I'm looking at some of that shit. I think I'm going to put a decked bed system, the new decked system in the Tundra. And they have 2 slide out racks that'll come out all the way up to 12. So everything at the front of the bed you can reach, as can the drawers. The drawers, when they pull out, you can access all the way up to, there's just 12 inches of the drawer that doesn't come out. Our tool bags fit perfectly in there. We've got a bunch of bags that fit perfectly in there. And then I'm thinking an ARB bumper, just the old school ARB for the Tundra. I like the bumper we have, but the bumper I want doesn't exist. I like the CBI, I like the CB4, but I want those bars across that protect the headlights that aren't there. I like the design of the rear bumper we have on the Forerunner better than anything else out there, but the quality is kind of shitty. Like they use we've had these pivot pins, and they won't tell me where to fucking buy them. And like within a year, we had to they sent me one, and I'm like, look, dude, we don't off-road this fucking truck. I have 10 gallons of fuel here. It literally is a grocery getter, and we haul mail. So once a day, this fucking tailgate is opened to move the mail to the dock, and your thing has worn out again. And this truck's not off-road. And they're like, well, it shouldn't be worn out. And they fucking wanted like $80 to buy this fucking piece. And I'm like, look, just tell me where this thing comes from. It screws in, it's a spring-loaded detent, and then you open it and it fucking pins so that the tailgate doesn't close back and smack her or smack my fucking my tailgate, right? The swing out. And they're like, well, what do you have on it? I'm like, I have 10 gallons of fuel. They're like, well, it's probably the weight of the fuel. Well, then maybe you motherfuckers shouldn't show it with fucking 2 5-gallon jerry cans, and you specifically sell a mount that goes on it to hold fucking 10 gallons of gas. And I bought every fucking thing they made, everything. And the dude was awesome. I liked his YouTube. It's Victory Off-Road, Victory 4x4. And now the name has changed. And when we met him at Overland Expo, I went to CBI, Can't Break It. I went to their booth to buy all the shit. And they were kind of like a
Dicks.
prick. And I went over to the other. I'm like, hey, you're the dude. I followed your video. You got the cool mount that holds the bicycle, and you got the Fat Tower mountain bike. I'm like, I really appreciate your video. And I bought everything. I bought like 16 grand worth of shit from them. And this fucking tailgate, they like, I am fucking butthurt about it if you can't tell. It's like doing business with SOE. Fucking
And he doesn't even have to fuck with it every day like I do.
But the truth is, I'm probably buying the same fucking bumper for the back of the Tundra.
But we're gonna do a seat delete in the Forerunner.
Yeah, probably the Goose
Forerunner.
Gear. Goose Gear makes a seat delete. If you're not familiar with that, check that out. And then you could take. I wouldn't put it in the Forerunner because it would kill 12 inches of the cargo height. But you can do the pull-out drawers and the bed system in there. But I think I'm going to pull both those rear seats. We never haul anybody with us. Sorry, I'm back. Had to unload a 70-foot steel beam. Chase, what up? So he has great service. John, man, I've been seeing like at all these sites I'm looking at the last couple days. There's a ton of shit out there for those Broncos, man. Dad, did you find my IG okay? Dads, did you find my IG? Oh, yeah. Did you find the Instagram? Just got an older Tacoma farm truck, going to clean and coat the frame. Then Monster Liner, whole thing should last forever. Oh, like a Chase, sorry, you're back also. Any recommendations on double Glock or Beretta pistol mag pouch that hard mounts to a 2-point? Yeah, buy something Kydex specifically open top for it. I mean, any of my dual mags, but they're not. I don't know what you mean by hard mount. You are very askew from most people, Gun Monk. Steel footwear, and you're only happy
for
a few hours. Steel and gaming system, and you're good for days and weeks. Oh, gotcha. Remember, dirt bike race was $4 now regular. I don't know what he's talking about.
Basically, he's saying dirt bike fuel was super expensive.
Like, yeah, we used to buy
$4 is normal.
We used to buy VIP and Trick. There's actually a VIP fuel manufacturing plant right up here, or they package and distribute or something, break it down into smaller cans. We actually, within 20 minutes of here, there's a VIP fuel place. We used to have Trick also at all the tracks. Is the salve for skin spelled comfort? No, comfree. You can see our stuff on the website. It's on the SOE Tactical Gear website. Everything's there. It's like doing business with SOE. Yeah. I wouldn't do business with me. I'm always surprised when you guys do. Gun Monk said Glock and Beretta in the same sentence. He was on here. I picked him he had no SOE kit. The first SOE gear, the only SOE gear that dude has is something I gave him. But he talks about James and taking classes and stuff. Someone asked about your order. Give them your order number and ask why it's taken. Yeah, you do that. Did somebody really ask about an order on here?
I haven't seen one.
I didn't see it either. Could be from another platform. SOE tattoo. I'm forever. Okay, Corey, do you want the tool bag or do you want the vehicle med bag? Dano, what's up, my man? How are you? Hope that's a good thing. I'm definitely eccentric, hard loops, but the Kydex pouches don't fit both. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Some of them have you're going to have to run 2 singles. That's the answer probably. Med bag. All right, Corey Settles, you're on Patreon, right? We've said this 100 times. You got to be a Patreon member. Go to Patreon. I'm going to jump over into that thread right now in Patreon. And in Patreon, there is I don't even know where the fuck I'm at here.
We don't know where you're at either.
Community. Click on community. there's a section there, and just jump in there and type. The last comment here is AJ Harrison. I'm going to say, what's up, guys? What's up, guys?
There he is.
Corey Suttles. What's
Look
your
at
order number,
you.
Corey
You can
Suttles?
You can even follow fucking directions, man. That's amazing.
You go, boo. What's your last order number, or any order number that has your address on it, Corey? Peter was super sneaky. He was not a member. He became a member and then put his number in there last time.
That's all right.
You shipped his shit, right?
Yep.
That went out. Get your phone.
Someone that knows what they're doing.
Well, yeah, Corey is a member. He's in here.
Do you say check my phone?
Yeah, get your phone. Because you're going to message me his order number here. That way it's in your phone.
I don't need it. I know what his name is.
Brawl Dog. What up? Okay, here's your number. 225-233.
225.
233. This lets us look you guys up without every weirdo in the world, because there's always a weirdo somewhere having all your information and shit. All right, let's jump back over onto this feed here.
Back on it.
When am I going to be on Andy Frisella? I'm not, man. Why would Andy have me on his show? We got it. All right. Got to run. Hopefully he said vehicle med bag. Send him that. All right, guys, we're going to give away this OD tool bag. Two most important items to add to your Toyotas are high amp alternators and large capacity fuel tank.
I would definitely like a fuel tank.
So the fuel tank, okay, so if we're talking direct replacement, your fuel tank in your truck is plastic. Titan Transfer, if you look up Titan tanks, they make a replacement tank for the Toyota 4Runner and for the Tundras. They make them for full size too. They hang a little lower, but they're metal, but they do hang a little lower. You can almost double the fuel capacity. There are some companies also that make a secondary tank that replace where your spare tire is. Now, if you have a real truck, your tires are so big that they won't fit where the spare tire goes anyway. So that doesn't matter. So keep that in mind. What brand would you recommend? Since you're telling us that, I'm sure you have one. What brand did you go with? Are the vehicle med bags still used by federal and sheriff's departments? I don't know about federal, but yeah, law enforcement departments buy them. I guess Homeland Security, we've seen some purchase orders here and there at the state level or individual level.
You missed a lot of comments.
I missed a lot. Two of the most important items. So I'm waiting to see HK45 compact reply. This weekend, I don't count the old stuff I bought secondhand.
Oh, I guess it won't go any more than that.
I should get one of those tanks for my Suburban. My Suburban, dude, I got a Suburban that's got a 35-gallon tank in it. It's a 91. And then my Excursion, I swear the Excursion's got a 40-gallon tank in it, which makes no sense because everything says it doesn't have a 40-gallon, but that motherfucker takes 40 gallons. I put a 59-gallon tank in a 2500 Ram. Nice. Underneath like a replacement or in the bed or on the side of the saddle. I saw you guys build a pouch for that bug zapper. I've never had any luck with those working on bug. I don't know, man. They work great on mosquitoes. We use them around here. Cody's used them out hunting and stuff, which surprises me because I would think that the deer could smell that shit, but they've killed deer while using that thing. My last Ford work truck had a 40-gallon tank, Titan replacement. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what I was saying, Titan. He probably didn't really do it. He probably just heard me say it. I don't know who HK45 is. I'm just giving him shit. Excursion with a 44. Oh, there we go. Jose, right on. Yeah, we got a 06 Excursion. I have two identical to mine. I actually went to start mine the other day. We just put batteries in it. And I didn't have the key. I thought it was in the truck. I was going to move my Excursion and put it next to theirs. So we had three in line. They're all black.
And they're all black.
They're all the same looking. They're here right now, both excursions.
Yeah.
And mine's to the side over here. I'm excited about the upcoming dip can. Are you edgy? Is that you that kept commenting on that? It'll only take 44 in cold weather. Got it. Well, I don't ever run it low, but I get 40 in that thing. Med bag will be well received and filled. Right on, Corey. You can order a full load kit from Chuck for this thing. If you order that, you'll get them both right about the same time. HK45, are you on Patreon? My big PP Dodge has a 36 tank. I have a 06 Mega Cab. It's got a there's something weird with my filler neck too, because a lot of times it like clicks off and won't take a full fill. My Suburban has a 40-gallon tank, and I'm putting a 25 propane tank under where the spare tire goes. Dual fuel conversion. Is that I hadn't heard of a dual fuel conversion on a truck. That's interesting. As soon as this ends, I'm going through my wish list. Right on. I know I will. Corey Settles. I have a S10 with a 20-gallon tank. Swing by for picture. I'll swing by for pictures. Ram 4500, 5500 chassis models can be ordered with factory 50-gallon. Right on. HK, are you on Patreon, buddy? There seems to be a delay here. '93 biodiesel crew cab. Right on. No, you're not. Oh, well, you can't win then, motherfucker. I told you I was going to tell you won. They don't like above 95% in the tank for some reason. Charcoal filter for my tank may be plugged is what it's not taking fuel. Been there. Maybe. But I can go to a different, like I can pull it out and it will take it, but it cuts off that safety thing. Well, mine doesn't, because I have a CM Industries, so my filler neck's different. It doesn't have that shit in there. Who did y'all have do the work on the 4Runner? Tim, my guy, Neil, who's local here, did it all right here in the garage, put everything on in an afternoon. HK45C, sign up for Patreon. Nah, we're past that. Will you guys be doing any large tool bags anytime soon? All the time, Cameron. I even have some in there. What color do you want? Send me an email. Just let me know what color you want. We can run some for you. Tim, what do you want to do some stuff on yours? Tell the story of your medical backpack and how the M9 sucked. We're about to get off of here, Echo. I'm already.
Yeah, it's 3:30 and I have a lot of shit.
I got 6 new fucking people in the building. So, and one of my main people is not here today. So I'm sure it is a fucking wreck in there right now.
No, a wreck. No, there's probably just nothing done. Black or gray.
What are we talking about? Oh, a large tool bag. Just send me an email. Go to the website, click send email, and you just tell me what you want. We'll put it online. You order it. We'll build them pretty quick. Bumpers, and now I'm going to look into the Titan tanks. What bumper are you looking at, Tim? Check out Victory Off-Road, who I just spent 10 minutes telling you how fucked up they were. But it's still the best design I like. ARB for front bumpers. The ARB rear bumper, you're going to spend $5,000 to get one of those fucking things with the carriers out of Australia. The front bumpers are sitting in Nashville right now at 4-Wheel Parts. Check out C4 Fabrications. They got some super cool stuff. You have a lot of options for 4Runners. Gasoline Extreme or Diesel Extreme, highly recommended for low mile per gallon tanks. Gas. I don't know what we're talking about, Jose.
It's an addition. You put it in your gas, and it's supposed to give you higher miles per gallon.
CBI, yeah, CBI. We went to talk to CBI. I don't like the design of the bumper. I'd buy one, but they were kind of cocks when we were at Overland Expo. But CBI, I mean, that was also
years ago
that was also Prenzu. My boy just bought a Prenzu rack, so they're back manufacturing them. I don't know if they're still part of CBI or what the connection there is. Thanks for the chat, John. Man, a gun monk, right on. Overland Expo East, same weekend as SRF. It sure is, yeah. And it's in Virginia now.
Well, hopefully they don't get all the fucking rain that we got when we went.
Well, it's in Virginia instead of North Carolina. Worth going to. Like if you're doing some off-road shit, like overland stuff or even prepper stuff, it's worth going to Overland Expo if you've not been. It's kind of a big deal. STP fuel boost does work. Jesme, do you have are you on Patreon, Jesme?
Whoever that is, they put their order number in like 20 minutes ago.
Jesme did?
Yeah, up on the screen.
Got to be on Patreon. I got to put the Patreon. Brown Man tool bags. Try replacing the evap canister on a John. Try replacing the evap canister on a 4Runner. Why?
Canister.
What are we doing on the 4Runner? We don't have an issue on the 4Runner. I've been missing the nightly live stream lately. That's when I work to avoid the heat. Yeah, I get it, man. No, they repeat my order number. Corey, I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh.
Jesme, are you on Patreon? Are you still here? Fuck Joe Biden. You got it. You're right. How is not one on Patreon? It's got all the good. It's completely different. It is completely different. We did a Patreon Q&A today. We did a members Q&A on YouTube for members only. Gonna go sign up for Patreon. Been a member on YouTube, and it's completely different content. And Jeff and I both do videos on both, and then her and I. Shit, I was Patreon before they posted. Tom and on Bear posted an order number. I have no idea who that dude even is. I don't recognize him. Haven't seen Joe Biden since. No, no, you haven't. You didn't see Joe Biden while Joe Biden was president.
It's because they retired his robot.
Guys, to win these products, we already gave away the vehicle med bag. To win the OD tool bag sitting here.
He says I'm a new member on Patreon.
Thank you for becoming a member, Tom. I do a live every night at 9 o'clock. Jump on. We have a conversation every single night.
Didn't I just ship your order? Or yes, was it this morning or yesterday?
How do you get a 4MAG war bag? The crazy shit is, if you know if 4MAG war bag exists, because somebody asked this on the members meeting. Every time you've seen a 4MAG war bag posted, it says to order one of these. I only build them custom. Send me an email through the website. They cost $450. You send me an email. If you're a $450 bag buyer, and that's you send me an email. You tell me what color you want. I might ask you a couple questions depending on your combination. And I'm going to build your bag, and I'm going to send you payment info. I have 13 bags inside right now that I've built. I have not sent payment info. We will probably send that payment info out tonight, and you guys will pay that shit. And if you don't, I will take that bag and I will show it the next day on social media, and I will sell that to somebody for $500, and they won't have to wait for it. But that's the deal. I build those. That's my side gig. That's me telling you guys, hey, get a fucking second job. That's what that bag is. Corey, order a Narcan pouch to go with your vehicle med bag. Yep. Those exist because of Bob on there. Bob, who's commenting in here. Bob Lester. It's ready to go. I just ordered a ton more for SRF right on. Have a couple of orders out. Just put one in last night. Tom, thank you for your orders, man. HKey. If you don't like what bumpers are available for your truck, look for a race car fab shop. Can build custom one. Yep, you can do them out of aluminum. I have aluminum bumper on the front of the 4Runner. I have a steel bumper on the back of the 4Runner. With Victory, you can choose either one also. We've all been lied to most of our life. These people and their lives, it's about only truth we have nowadays. The evap canister will cause your vehicle to not allow fuel tank and pump to click. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's the Dodge I was talking about. All right, I guess the other one's not here. See how it's not?
Yeah,
The
it's
fuck
fucking
is up with
bizarre.
this? It's thinking, I guess. It'll let me move up here in a second. It'll give me the rest of the comments.
Starlink.
Can't post comments to some destinations. I wonder what's up with
It's
that.
always been like that.
Oh, you know what? When I finally could post comments to Twitter, when I became a certified member or whatever, it opened up like 4 other fucking platforms that I've never even heard of.
Interesting.
What's doing that?
It's doing what?
You don't hear that Oh, you don't have the headphones on. That's why you need to wear headphones. You don't know what is happening. Dano in the Lion's Den, Ford Field. I could use the other bag too. Evap canister will cause the vehicle. Brock, are you on Patreon, Brock? Isn't Brock Lesnar mom live in your town? Yeah. Brock, where are you at, bro? It's your page.
Exactly.
No shit, that's a good one. Is that bear the same bear that had the bear picture in his thing? That's somebody else. No, that's
so.
Tom Anon Bear, and this is Bear 5491. Oh, I thought he was taking my picture. What are you drinking?
Juice.
Purple, lean.
It's
Cran
juice.
Pineapple Diet 5.
Diet 5. You know what the first ingredient on that is?
Sugar.
High fructose corn syrup.
Let me see. Filtered water.
No, motherfucker, it's not.
And cranberry juice.
No.
Juice concentrate. Pineapple juice.
So juice concentrate, they put that in there. That's all your poison right there. That's how they get around it.
No, the natural flavors is
Natural flavor.
poisons.
Citric acid. Fumaric acid. Absorbic acid.
Ascorbic acid, which is made out of mold.
Potassium and red 40.
Any beaver butthole up there?
I don't know, but
Sure.
it's good.
I'm sure it's there. I keep a jar of it next to the bed.
I mean, I eat pig butthole and hot dogs, so why not beaver buttholes?
Agreed.
Chicken nuggies, I don't care.
Red 40.
I'm an animal.
John, when is your 2-day bag video come? Oh, that'll be a bunch of videos, man. It'll be tons of videos. Thoughts on cold plunges on Wrangler Stars member only. He's been doing, I think cold plunges are fucking great. And even if it's not real, just your ability to do that. If you can do a fucking cold plunge, and the magic number is under 40, you got to be like 34,
Under 40 degrees.
34 to 40 degrees, right? And a lot of guys will get in the shower, turn the water all the way cold, and you're like, man, I'm doing this. You're going to be surprised to find out that it's not even under 50.
Yeah, your water's at 65.
Just your ability to do the cold plunge, to bring yourself to do that every morning, it makes fucking everything else you're going to do. If you can do that, you can do anything. But yeah, and there's a lot of different things. If you're seriously interested in the cold plunges, look up Huberman on Instagram. He's got a bunch of short form content. Also, there's Huberman, and Brecca talks about it quite a bit too. There's a ton of dudes talking cold plunges. Absolutely. I think there's something real to it. Just sold out again. No more inventory for a week. Good. That's what's supposed to happen. Maybe you're not charging enough. For anyone, if you want extra room on your vehicle med bag, a 6x6 or 500 IV will mount perfectly on the front. Absolutely. How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And we have some. I shouldn't even say this.
You can mount one of those and a TQ pouch.
Yeah, I shouldn't even say this. We make a 2-column, a 3-column, and a 4-column sustainment pouch. You could put 2 3-column pouches. The 500 IV and 6x6 pouches are both available currently. We have them. You could put that on there and then put tourniquet pouches to the sides. Cold plunge sounds horrible. I only take a room temp or warmer water of drink.
I'm with you 100%. If my skin's not pink when I get out of the shower, it wasn't hot enough.
These motherfuckers, man. Some people are half retarded. They can't even be retarded correctly. Half of a retard.
Boxes of rocks.
I get so surprised. Like, when people, it's like fishing when you say retard and somebody gets super mad about it. I actually run one on my aAmanda stacked. So all of us, with or without consent, we've all eaten some ass. Yeah, but you didn't get E. coli from it.
I don't even do that for my girl. Well, maybe you should. Maybe she'll do that thing that you want her to do.
Bobby, four more. I think you meant 4-mag war bag email
Yes.
sent. Right on, Bobby. What color are we doing? Cold plunges can be good for mental and muscle recovery. Yeah, it's supposed to reduce inflammation and it reduces fat. It lets ever try Katanica. No, I didn't even know Katanica had shirts. I am wearing Katanica shorts right now.
They can't see it. There you go.
I love the Katanica shorts. I have 100 pairs of them. Gray on gray. Oh, for the war bag. We've never done
Nice.
one of those. That'll be cool.
That's a good choice.
You're going to get a couple different shades. I don't have Cordura that's actually perfectly matching the Velcro or the webbing. So as long as you're aware of that, we could also do gray with black, but we'll talk about that. Beaver ass glands. Yep, that's true. It's very true. It's in raspberry jelly. It's in a lot of things. If you haven't looked at it, just look up beaver butthole.
Beaver butthole.
There should be a time limit on the Patreon response. Yep. All right, guys.
Well, they haven't even responded, so.
I am, I'm sure Huberman would say eating ass is great for your gut microbiome.
You should probably eat some dirt, too.
Exactly. I tell my second shift guys, I need both of them to work on a project to get a job done. If two guys are half-assing it together, we should equal a whole ass. No, it won't. It will not, dude. It never does.
Not around here, anyway.
Scanes, what's up? All right, guys, we're going to get off here. I don't have time to do this any longer. Amanda, well, ma'am, don't want her to make $1 million a year. You may be correct. All right, guys, we're getting off here. Next time, if you want to be able to win any of this stuff that we give away every time we do a live, you got to be a member on Patreon. There's a ton of shit on Patreon that you're not seeing by not being on Patreon. And you have to have an order number. That's how we look you up to print a label. I'm out, guys. She's out, and we will see you tonight at 9 o'clock. Did you salute? Is that